Hello and welcome back to the Jessica Pinelli show. We are doing CEO Monday shit. We are up to episode 3, I believe. Today we're going to be talking about offers and product suite and what that actually means, what that actually looks like. And I've really been enjoying this entire business series that I've created. And a lot of you have too. I've been getting so much good feedback. So please definitely slide into my DMs, post it on your story sharing your biggest takeaways. And if there's anything in particular you want me to, I've kind of planned out 6 episodes for this entire series. But of course, if there's something that comes front of mind that a lot of people want, then I am not opposed to recording more because I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But we're going to jump straight into it. I'm going to talk about product suite. We're going to talk about what an offer actually is and understanding this when it comes to your business. Now, if this is the first time that you're watching any part of this series is really to offer things that I've learned over the past nearly 5 years in business and understandings of things. And this is why I've called it CEO Mondays shit. It's really like how we're putting on our CEO hat and creating a business that we truly desire, things that are going to help, and also episodes, honestly, that I wish that I had when I first started my business that were really simplistic and to the point and gave me an overall understanding of the core pillars of creating an online business. Now, I say online business, some of the concepts, a lot of the concepts actually are going to apply to any form of business. You know, if you have an eyelash extension business, if you have another beauty type of business, I said eyelash extensions because I get my eyelash extensions done. A brick and mortar, really, these concepts can apply, and especially today. But I probably will be referencing a lot more in online business because obviously, as a online mindset and business coach, that is what I specialize in. That is what I know to true. So, product suite and offer, what are they? So, your product suite is basically the suite of your products. I know, groundbreaking, right? But everything that you can see on your dashboard, your internal dashboard, that are the products that you are selling to your audience. They are the products that you are marketing that are creating the sales in your business. Sales are actually going to be a different episode, maybe the next episode. So I'm not going to touch too much on that, but just know that is coming of the things that I talk about. But the product suite is basically for example, for an online coach, what are your product suites? What's part of your product suite? Maybe you have one-on-one coaching, maybe you have several, like 1 or 2 group coaching, maybe you have a workshop that you host, maybe you have a membership. There is no right or wrong. And those are just a couple of examples. Maybe you have a mastermind, a mini mind. There are different ways to do things. Before I go into the offer part, I just want to expand a bit on the product suite. I'm going to share with you and be so completely honest. And I had this conversation 2 days ago with my partner, and I made a mental note and I said, I need to speak about this in the next business podcast because I think it is life changing for how I now function in business. And this will probably come up next week in sales, but I think it's important when it comes to building your product suite. Now, I need a preference. Again, there is no right or wrong. I don't want you to come away from this and think you need to copy mine, you need to copy examples, you need to have all of them, you need to start to implement a membership, and then you need to introduce a new group coaching, and you need to do a mastermind. I have only introduced a mastermind in the last 3 months. My brand new mastermind, Will Mastery, is my 4-month personal growth mastermind. So that's just a side note. That has just been released. I've just launched that yesterday. And if you are interested, there are more details in the show notes below. But this mastermind, we begin January 2024. It's for the high achieving women that want to master their subconscious thoughts and want to be able to regulate and manage their emotions. So, that mastermind I have created, it's really the culmination of my whole entire business. It's really the culmination of every framework and concept that I've tried and tested, and I've seen results in myself and hundreds of clients. It's actually amazing. I was going through my testimonials, my old WhatsApps, my old Voxes, like it's just my old emails. It was just incredible to kind of compile this and look at the frameworks and the concepts that have been created. But I bring that up again, if you're interested, it is application only. And what I will say, it's not for newbies when it comes to personal development and being and knowing this stuff. It's really for the ambitious woman that has been doing this for a while, that knows her shit when it comes to personal development, when it comes to these concepts, but is just struggling to hit that next level. Business, career, relationships, money, health and wellness, just overall personal lifestyle. And you feel like it's just there, but you're just not there. And you just don't know the answer. This is really what this personal growth mastermind is for, is shining a light on your blind spots to be able to, for yourself, figure out the answer and to expand your entire life. Now, I do that as yes, to share that with you because it may resonate with some of my listeners, but also because I have gotten to that point of this mastermind from the basis of creating my entire product suite over the past 4.5 years. And so you may look at all the other coaches in the online space, or again, if we do this on a product base, maybe you are an eyelash extension business and you have offered volumes and classic extensions for your entire duration, and you're feeling the pressure because you see that everyone else is doing, I don't know, the other. It's me. All I know is volumes because that's all I get with my eyelashes. I've had eyelash extensions for like 7 years. I'm so sorry to any eyelash extension artists that are listening. I don't know the answers. Like, I know I've seen one that's like the Dolly, the cat, the Kylie effect, all of that. Actually, when I was in Bali, they had the Kylie effect, like Kylie Jenner effect when it comes to eyelash. So anyway, my point with that, just to kind of give my brick and mortar businesses and understanding, you may see other businesses like introducing all these different, right, and you've just done for the longest time volume and classic, and now you're like, okay, I need to have the Kylie Jenner and the Kim Kardashian and whatever it may be. So I share that because I felt that pressure for a period in my business, maybe, yeah, a couple of years ago, maybe even a year and a half ago. But where I'm at now, I have truly refined who I am as a coach and my products and what I really want to bring out. Now, we're going to like back it up a little bit because I kind of went on a rant there. When it comes to your product suite, again, online business, what do we have? We have our one-on-one coaching, which can typically be on Zoom calls. It can be within a Voxer or a WhatsApp or a Slack container, or there are other things. Okay, I'm gonna put a unpopular opinion, a controversial. I see a lot of coaches who use, when they do calls with their clients, a lot of coaches actually use Facebook Messenger to do their calls. If you're doing that, please stop that. Please stop that. Facebook Messenger is not a place to have a call with someone who is invested in you. You can get a free version of Zoom. I pay for Zoom. I think it's $24. It's in because I need a bigger capacity. I don't know, there is something I needed to upgrade to. And I did that only like 2 years ago. So I think I had free Zoom for the first 2 years of my business. So I'm just putting it out there. You don't need to pay for Zoom at the get-go. But what I will say, please do not do your coaching, your mentoring over on Facebook Messenger. It's highly inappropriate. Facebook is not the place for that. And I've seen so many coaches do that, and they share the little screenshots of their Facebook Messenger call. And I'm like, that is fucking ridiculous. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. But one-on-one coaching it can be calls, it can be a Voxer. Like I have a Voxer, used to be WhatsApp only container where it would just be messaging. There's no calls. It can be a hub. Other products can include, yes, group coaching. Group coaching can be anywhere from a 2-week container to a 12-week container, or even longer, 6-month container. I'm going to explain the difference between actually a group coaching and a mastermind after I go through the product suite. So you can have a group coaching to that capacity. You can also host workshops, masterclasses. Difference between those workshops is they're exactly how they sound, right? A workshop, you are actually workshopping concepts and frameworks. A masterclass or a training, you are just teaching, you are speaking at people, you are not actually workshopping with the people. And that's the complete difference. Workshop, I find there's normally like a Q&A segment to it, whether it is live or whether you get people to actually write in and say, this is my question, this is what I would like to make workshop. Whereas a masterclass is you're just hosting, you're sharing your expertise, you're sharing on a particular topic that you love to speak about, that you love to teach about. So just to two different ways of doing things. None's right, none's wrong. Any product that I share with you now, it's not right or wrong. What else have we got? We've got memberships. Memberships happen in different bases, whether it is a month by month, you have like new trainings, or maybe it's you get every training you've ever done included, and they pay that a month by month. Again, different ways to do different memberships. I've been part of a membership for a coach who I have been in for years now, and we get a Zoom call every single week, and which is a workshop training. So it's teaching, there's Q&A, and that's the basis of what we get every week, but we also get that on we get taught that on a live call. So it's not just a call ask Q&A, that is the actual training and the actual workshop. What else is there? I'm probably missing a few things. Like you can change and manipulate and do different things. And then a mastermind. Mastermind is more of a collaborative space. And like I just spoke about, I've now refined and bring out for the first time a mastermind that is teaching this, and being able to put together my expertise from the past few years. Group coaching is really having a hub of trainings, having a some form of communication, whether it is calls, whether it is a Voxer or Slack channel, you can have both, whether it is a community like Facebook or Circle, which is another form of community. It's similar to Slack. It's on your desktop like Facebook. And group coaching is really having people come on to a community in some way, shape, or form. I do it in form of group coaching, and basically having the Q&A or speaking or guiding from the content that they have consumed. Over the past year, I really transitioned my group coaching to be more of a workshopping vibe with a Q&A, because that's eventually what I wanted to shift into. And this is why I now have my signature mastermind, Wound Mastery Mastermind, that is now available, because I really wanted to shift into that space. Now, a mastermind is a more collaborative space. What I see is a lot of people will get these two confused and think they're the exact same thing and treat them as the same. No, mastermind is a lot more high ticket. It's a lot more high touch point. It is a lot more intimate. There is a lot more personalization when it comes to a mastermind. And if you do a mastermind well, it will give the energy of, yes, a group container, but with a one-on-one appeal. And this is exactly what my mastermind is. So again, if you're listening and you're like, you want to have that one-on-one appeal, probably at a group coaching ticket price that is a lot more supportive and internet, and you get a lot more personalized. I say that, but anyone that is listening and has been in one of my group containers know I try to give it as personalized as possible. But the mastermind is definitely different because there's the one-on-one touch points to a degree. So that is really a product suite in the online business. Now, again, if you're listening for a brick and mortar, it's just really understanding what are the different product services the products and the services that you offer. It's exactly the same, but just looking at what you are offering. Now, is there such thing as too many? Is there such thing as overwhelming your audience? Absolutely, especially if each of these products don't have a clear brand and a clear understanding of what it is. I see many coaches just basically, and this it's going to feed into what an offer actually is, and I'm going to read you verbatim. I've got the definition up. But this, I see a lot of coaches basically doing the same thing, but they are recreating a different offer when it comes to a product suite to kind of invigorate it. So, verbatim, I had it up. So, what is an offer in business? An offer is a clear proposal to sell a specific product or service under specific conditions. Now, if you have witnessed a coach, and this is for your own business as well, what is the offer that is enticing people? Maybe a business coach is teaching you about how to create reels. All right, let's get really specific. How many coaches are doing that online right now? So many, right? So many. Now, the difference between the coaches that make sales, the coaches that get clients, is because they have positioned their offer in a way that is appealing to their audience. So if you are selling a product or a service, your offer is basically how you sell it. So you can have, we'll go with that one again. You can be a business coach, but you are selling to people how to make reels, how to make reels and create content. No, let's just do reels. Let's keep it simple. Your product is a 6-week group coaching course on how to make reels, and it's targeted to people that are shy in front of the camera. They don't know how to edit, they don't know how to make it look fancy, they don't know even how to use the application of reels inside of Instagram, right? That's the group coaching for this example. The offer is selling. What is that? How are you packaging that up? How are you actually creating that to sound appealing? Because if you just go, hey, this is a 6-week group coaching and it's going to teach you how to create reels, you may see that. And then maybe if that's your problem that you're struggling with, if you are the targeted market, you may see that and go, oh, okay, like, yeah, I do have a problem. But that's not really appealing. This goes into sales psychology. You need to understand the root of why people are purchasing or why they would make a purchase. You need to understand the root of why people are actually going to look at your product and say, I'm going to pay you money for that. And that comes in the offer. It needs to be, it's the bro marketing term that I learned years and years and years and years ago. It's of the irresistible offer. You want to make the offer so irresistible that someone looks at that and goes, that's absolutely a no fucking brainer. So I'm going to purchase that. I'm going to make it work. Of course, with sales psychology, that could be a whole other 3 episodes in itself, but this is something that comes into it. And a lot of especially new coaches don't understand why they struggle, and they look at their product and they go, this is so amazing, I have these trainings, I have this whole hub, I give them support, they get this every single day, they focus on the logistics, but the offer is really focusing on what that's going to do with you. So just to really make this simple and to help you understand, you have a 6-week group coaching course. It's all about making reels, and it is for people who don't know how to make reels, right? So if you're listening to this, you're like, that's easy for me. Pretend you're someone, you have no idea about this technology, how to use reels, templates, all of that. The offer would be the Reel Incubator, a 6-week group coaching course to make make your reels go from 0 views to $10,000 months. That's actually a really good offer. That could be refined a lot more. So if you are a business coach and you teach reels, steal that from me, because that's not a offer or product that I'm ever going to offer. We'll never say never, but you can take that from me. But see how that offer, I've packaged that. I've gone from a 6-week group coaching course to teach you how to make reels, which is like, oh, cool, like, yeah, to a 6-week group coaching course to make you go from 0 views on your reels to $10,000 months. Again, that needs to be refined. That needs to flow a little bit better, but that is an example of an offer. And that is really what, like, that tagline piece and what you're giving is really what's going to bring together your products and your offer. So the really practical point that I want you to go away and do when you're looking at your products and your services, I don't care if you have one, I don't care if you have 10. If you're an online coach and you are marketing 10 products at once, it's probably more of a belief system thing that you need to work through when it comes through limiting beliefs, like you need to do more to make more. You absolutely don't. My very first product was let me regress actually. I had 2 group coaching when I first started, a 12-week one, and that was still when I was transitioning. I was doing mindset and I was doing the workouts as well as a personal trainer. And then I had the Confidence Collective, which has been my OG baby for the longest time, which, by the way, oh my God, I start the last round ever next week. But I had those 2 for a good chunk, maybe nearly a year. That was 4 weeks. The Confidence Collective was 4 weeks. And that was not a group coaching. That was my one-on-one product, right? I then transitioned for a long, long time to one-on-one only. I grew up my one-on-one basis. I had calls booked out. I had a full calendar. It's something that I envisioned. And I learned so much from being able to work with people one on one. So, also, if you are a coach and you're going straight into creating a group container, if you've never experienced one on one, you haven't had substantial experience with one on one and different types of people, then you have to do it. I would focus more on selling out your one on one offer of having just you and another person having your calendar booked of one-on-one, really learning people, because this is not only going to be great for you as a coach and a mentor, this is going to be great for you to learn resilience. This is going to be great for you to be able to do sales calls. This is going to be great for you to actually learn the type of people you want to attract and what you like teaching. There are things that I was teaching a couple of years ago I don't like teaching anymore. If it gets brought up, of course, I'm going to have a conversation about it, but I've gravitated towards things. I found my expertise. I found my zone of genius. So this is something that and this is a conversation I was having the other day, is one-on-one should be just absolutely should be the priority for the first 1 to 2 years of your business as an online coach, no matter what you do. Business coach, mindset coach, embodiment coach, men's coach, whatever, personal trainer, whatever it is. The one-on-one aspect teaches you so much about yourself and also the nitty-gritty. Do you actually want to be a coach? I only take on between 2 to 5 one-on-one clients a year now. A year. Before, I think the most I've had in a week, I reckon in a day, I've done like 10 back-to-back calls. And maybe I've probably had about 15 to 20 one-on-one clients at one point. Was that fucking exhausting and a bit of burnout? Absolutely, it was. Absolutely. But that is been part of the reason why I'm so successful now in what I do and why I have been able to really hone in on what my zone of genius is, what I love to mentor about, what I love to coach about. And I think that's important. So I should have said this at the start, but your priority definitely should be one-on-one before you even start thinking about group coaching, masterminds, memberships, like masterclasses, all of that. Learn how to coach people. And when you're able to do that in a one-on-one capacity, you will get a lot better. Now, went on a bit of a rant there, but again, looking at what your product suite is. And I want you to sit down and look at your product suite. And before we even start to look at the offers and start to refine the offers, you really need to get honest with yourself. Let's say you're like three to 5 years in business and you have a few different products in your product suite. And so now you're listening to this and you're like, okay, I think I really need to refine the offer. I really need to refine the target for it. I want you, and I promise you, if you do this, if you listen to this and you go away and do this within the next couple of days and you actually put the energy and effort into doing this, I promise you, you are going to start to see results and you're going to gain a lot more clarity in how you are marketing and in how you're selling. Again, the selling point will be in an episode to come. But I want you to look at all your products, write them down, get out your journal. I actually have like a different journal when it comes to business stuff. Write it down and ask yourself, number one, do I even want to sell and do this product? And this is how it came. This is how I made a decision. I don't think I've really shared this, but this is how I made the decision to close down the Femme Club and the Confidence Collective. The Confidence Collective, I said, it's been my baby. I've had it since I've started my business. The Femme Club is I'm going to miss it. I'm honestly going to miss it. And it is been the group coaching that has brought in the most revenue in my business over the past couple of years. However, I knew in my heart it was now I wanted to combine that with my one on one expertise. And this is exactly why I've created the Will Mastery Mastermind, because it is everything that I've ever refined, but that would not have happened if I had experienced these product suites. So you need to sit down. You have to ask yourself, do I even want to? And this is what I tell them, do I even want to coach these? Do I want to teach these in these capacity anymore? It's not that they're not good. It's not that I don't like them. It's that I wasn't resonating with them with the type of coach I am now, with how far I've come in my business and mentoring and coaching women. That is just not who I am now and where I want to go. So you need to be really, really honest with yourself. Even though it may sound good, even though you may be attached to it, you need to be honest. That's the first thing. The second thing is like, just get really clear. I don't care if you've done this, just do this in order of what I'm telling you is what is actually included in that product suite. Like, get really specific. Don't just go, 3 video trainings and 3 calls. And no, I want you, this is how we get clarity. If you are not, everything in this business series is created so you are able to create more results in your business and to learn from someone that's been doing this, that has not only been doing it, but has had many, not many mentors, but mentors and mentors who are making 6 figures a month, and they've learned from the best, and things that I've implemented, things that are my failures. And so I share this with you to do. Write down what's included in that group coaching. How long is it? What are your trainings actually about? What are the concepts? What are the frameworks in all of this? What are the calls? How are you going to direct them? How are you going to create them? What is the framework of it? What is the support Monday to Friday? From there, now, this is something that I don't hear spoken about enough, but what are your boundaries with this product? Is this group coaching Monday to Friday support? Or, and this is where you get even more honest with yourself, it's Monday to Friday support, but you're going to set the boundary of I will be contactable during these hours. This is exactly what I do for anyone who is in my one-on-one coaching and my Voxer clients. There are certain hours that I will be responding Monday to Friday. But I say to my client, you can text me at 1 a.m. in the morning if you want, but my container does not open until 9 a.m. Brisbane time, currently as of recording. 9 a.m. Brisbane time for this Voxer container. And I didn't have that at the start. I had no fucking boundaries. I was someone, I was like, text me whenever. It's 9:30 p.m. on a Saturday. I'm in watching a movie. I'll start texting you back. No, I had to create those boundaries. The people pleaser in me was screaming out. So this is what I don't hear enough of, is creating products, getting really crystal clear on what the product is. But well, first of all, do you even want to do that product? Is it a fuck yes? And if it's not, cross it off your list right now. What is the clarity around it? Like, take your time, do this, get clarity around it. Then what are your boundaries around this? What are your boundaries around this? Do you have a community and you still find that people are DMing you questions? What's the boundary going to be? Hey, this is an amazing question. Can you post it in the community, or can you bring it up on the next group call? This is how you do not resent the products and the people that are coming into your world. And I have refined and really tightened my boundaries over the past year and a half, especially. And it's made me happier. It's made me more regulated. And I think that's the important thing. Then from there, once you've done all that and you're crystal clear on all of that and what your boundaries are for all of your products, I don't care again if it's one product or if it's 6 products, you then need to really refine your offer. What is the thing that is appealing to people? And to do this, sorry, I kind of like skipped a step, but it's intertwined in this. What is your ideal avatar? Every single offer needs to have a different ideal avatar. You can't sit here, and then you may have heard this a million times in different business marketing, whatever it may be, is like, have your ideal avatar. No, I'm serious, but you can't. Maybe overall, you are targeting stay at home mums. That's your target market overall, right? Maybe you make a lot of content and it's all for stay at home mums, and they have a few kids, all of that. But for each product, keeping in mind as an example, that's your ideal market. For each product, I need a different avatar. If you have already coached a certain woman in regards to this example, a certain woman that you're like, that is or was the ideal avatar for this group coaching, for this mastermind, for this membership. Like, it's just, and for me, when I create products, I think, who was or is an ideal avatar that I have in mind, and I'll write their name down and all the traits and all the aspects of that person. That is what you need to do for each of your products. They need to be different and they need to be highly specific. What's the overall theme for all of them in regards to this example? Is they're all stay-at-home moms. Amazing. Put that as the first thing to get the ball rolling. But maybe you have, if we put these examples so no one's getting confused, you have created a Reels course and the avatar is a stay-at-home mom who doesn't have a lot of time, who is in her 40s, doesn't really know technology, but wants to start making money from her Reels because she has time when her kids go to sleep, something like that. Again, we're roughly workshopping here. So what is your offer? Again, if we go back to the offer I first made, maybe it is a 6-week group coaching course for stay-at-home mums who I'm trying to think of a good offer. I'm like getting excited about thinking about offers. A stay-at-home mum who wants to go from hitting 0 views on her reels to making an extra $2,000 a month for herself or her kids. Okay, so we've changed a little bit, and obviously that needs so much refining. But see how much more powerful that is than here's a 6-week group coaching course for making rules for stay at home mums. It's like, yeah, you will get some people and like some interest, but you really want to be specific. Okay, like I'm a stay at home mom. I'm basically getting 0 reels. I'm making no money, but now you're telling me that you're going to teach me how to make at least an extra $2,000 for my bills or for my kids a month. Amazing. Let me inquire more. And there's all the other things around it when it comes to sales psychology and things we'll touch on next week, and things we spoke about in content last week. And so that's what I really want you to do is spend the time having that one line. Don't go fucking crazy with like paragraphs. Sometimes I see people have their offer package. Yes, you can have that on like a website landing page, but when you're sharing on your stories, on your in-feed post, all of that, when you're speaking about, have that one precise line, that one precise line that is like a sentence long, that really people will read that and they know exactly who it is for and what it is doing for them. And don't think you need to appeal to everyone. Don't think, oh, I'm really like, I'm missing out on some of my audience. No, this is why we have different products. This is why we target different people. And then you might have one-on-one that is for newly new stay-at-home mums who want to find how they can create more time for themselves as a new mom. That might be your one-on-one coaching. So now you have this group coaching that's for stay-at-home moms that have a few kids. They've been doing it for a while and now they're realizing, okay, I can start to juggle my time. And then the one-on-one is, again, guys, just prefacing, this is very, very rough. And these examples I'm pulling out of my ass. But then you have the one-on-one coaching that's specifically for moms with newborns who feel like they have no time to care about themselves. And so see two completely different offers. But if we're blanketing everything with this is for stay-at-home moms, this is for stay-at-home moms, this is no, and this is like exact, if I'm using my example, my Will Mastery Mastermind is not for newbies. It's not for you if you're just getting into personal development. It's not for it's not really the target of 18, 19, 20 year olds. It's like you've been doing this for a while. You know your shit. You have done the work, you've done some form of work, maybe you've made investments, and now you're just ready for that next level, but you keep feeling like you're stagnant. You keep feeling like you can't reach that next level. And so this is where, as you develop and as you change, you get better. You understand your avatar, you understand what products you really want. Another note on product suite is less is more. Less is more. Yes, you can eventually build up and you can do more, but I see these, especially business coaches, who bring out a ridiculous amount of products. And let me just tell you something from the industry. These products, they're exactly the same. They've just got a different name, they've got different branding, and they've just got a different offer. You can have the same product for the next 10 years with different branding and a different offer tagline, and it's the exact same thing, but people are seeing it differently because of the branding and because of the offer. So you go like have an observation of coaches, especially business coaches. Look at what they're offering. It's exactly what they offered last year, but they've taken new pictures and they're now targeting women in their 40s instead of 30s, or they're changed to 10K months to you can make 20K months because they've developed. It's exactly the same, and it doesn't discredit anyone. It doesn't take away, but I'm just letting you know that when you can effectively create an offer on a product, you can do that many, 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 many times and in many, many, many different ways. And obviously, what you were teaching, and this is like the actual product, like what are your concepts? What are your frameworks? I'm not going to go into that. But again, that's something you want me to do a podcast episode on. Definitely like how to actually flesh out concepts, frameworks, teaching the real logistics. Let me know and can do that. But that's you have the offer, and then it's like, okay, what's actually in there? What am I going to teach people? How am I going to educate people? So do the steps that I shared with you today when it comes to your products. Again, you can use them if you have a brick and mortar. It's like getting really, really definite on who you are attracting, who you are serving, why you are serving it. Do you even want to do that? Because I promise you, energy behind selling and energy behind your offers is such a big thing. And more people need to be transparent about it. Yes, you can have all of the logistics, but you need to want to do it. You need to want to deliver the product. You need to want to love the product and have so much faith in it and excitement for it. I sell things when I'm so damn, like, genuinely so excited for the product. Like, well, Mastery Mastermind is the culmination of everything I've ever taught in my entire business. That is so fucking exciting to me that I'm at the point that I've created this mastermind that has all the concepts and frameworks that have changed hundreds of lives. And that's the level of excitement that you want. It doesn't mean you need the amount of experience that I have, but you need that level of excitement, the energy behind that. And we did speak about that in episode 1. So your practical tips, your practical focus from this episode, go away, go do the breakdown exactly like I said. There will be a difference to people who listen to this, who get inspired, and people who actually take action. You will see a difference in the way that your business runs, your product suite, and how you're packaging up offers. And if you're really, really struggling with offers and taglines, this is why we have AI now. Go to AI, type in something that you like, and get a few different options and then play around from there. See what fits, put some together. See what, maybe you have a certain word that you use. So change that instead. Work smarter, not harder. You do not need to grind and hustle. Yes, have the focus and the discipline, but you do not need to grind and hustle. You can have things that help you. It is okay to be helped by a mentor, by a coach. It is okay to be helped by AI. This is why we have it, and it's only going to get better. Can't speak. I am going to leave you now. Thank you so much for being here and being present. And I hope this has given you so much. As always, if you share this on your story, share your takeaways, slide into my DMs. If there's anything that I've brought up in today's episode and you're like, I want you to speak about this more when it comes to the business series, definitely, it's a very loose 6 episodes. But if there's anything else that I'm like, I can definitely speak about that, slide in and I can pencil it in to speak about it. But I hope you've gotten so much. As always, I appreciate you. I would love a 5-star review. I would love a written review. If you're here on YouTube, I would love for you to press the subscribe button and to press the thumbs up. It really supports my channel. But I will speak to you in next week's episode. Bye.